This is the I was wrong video. I mean, I could make this video a lot, but today I'm going to make it about a camera that I listened to the comments, I listened to the YouTube videos by certain people, and I said, you know what, they must be right. Shame on me. That camera is this. See if it'll focus. This guy. The X100VX. Nope. The X100VI. I can't even say it right. I bought one initially. I actually got lucky. Like, I woke up, Adorama said, hey, order your X100VI now, and they were all sold out. I was late to the party, but somehow I had ordered, and next thing I know, I got a shipment saying, hey, it's on the way, knowing that if I really wanted to, I could sell it for more than I paid for it. Not doing that, even though you can still sell them today for more than they cost new. People are buying them from Amazon, B&H, and when they come in, they're selling them for $2,000, $2,200. I'm not doing that. I'll sell it for whatever I have in it. Take no loss. But I'm not trying to make a massive gain off of people either. But what I want to talk about today is there were comments that the lens of the X100VI could not resolve the 40 megapixel sensor of the X100VI. As we all know, or some of us know, the lens was updated on the X100V due to issues such as it being kind of soft, wide open, and close. They fixed those issues. They introduced a brand new lens on the X100V, and that same lens is the lens that's used on the X100VI. Let's see if I can say it right. There were comments out there that the lens can't handle the 40 megapixel sensor, or whichever way you want to say it, but basically that it's not sharp, that it's not a massive improvement over the X100V. I'm not going to argue the point that it's not a massive improvement in sharpness. I think that it is, and I need to do some testing. But I'm not here today to say that the X100VI is significantly sharper than the V. So why would you buy it? Number one, you have the money to buy it. Number two, there's like me, I buy them on Reddit Photo Market, and then I can sell them for basically what I pay for them. So we're going to take a moment out in this video to do a sponsored comment about Reddit Photo Market. I'm just kidding, not sponsored at all. But I have made a video before, and you can go back and find it, about buying and selling on Reddit Photo Market. That's basically where I do all my transactions. If a camera is listed on eBay or something like that for, like, say, $2,000, you can often find that same camera for $1,800. And as you know, if you buy new and you don't like it and you return it, you have to pay the restocking fee, 10, 15%, or they won't even take it back. Whereas you buy an X100V on Reddit Photo Market, try it out, use it, and you can often sell it for exactly what you paid for it. Worst case scenario, maybe like $50 less, or you pay for shipping. Call it a rental fee, but it's actually significantly cheaper than a rental. So anyway, so let's dive into it. I have owned basically every X100 camera, Fuji X100 camera, except for the S. When I tried the original one, the little OK button was like half of my fingernail, and these fat thumbs couldn't use it well. So I knew that the X100 and the X100S didn't work for me. The T was the first one where they made it bigger and they fixed it. And I love the T, love the F, love the V, love the 6. So the first thing I want to say is I've now used, let's see if this works. I've used the V extensively, thousands and thousands of shots for the X100V. I've now used the X100VI extensively. What do I notice? Do I notice a significant increase in sharpness? No. Do I think that it's sharper? Yes. What is the main benefit? Honestly, the main benefit that I see is that you go from having effectively, one lens, in the V to two sorry, maybe 3, come on, in the 6. Hold it, there we go. And when I say 2 lenses, I'm talking about the digital teleconverter, not the add-on, but simply by turning the focus ring while you're shooting, you can go from the 23mm lens to a teleconverted or a tele lens of 50mm, and then you keep turning, you get 70. On a 26 megapixel sensor, you're down to 10, 13, 14 megapixels at 50mm with the V. However, with the 6 at 50mm, you are still at 20 megapixels image. At 70, you're at 10. That's still a usable image. I mean, there's a whole thread on vintage cameras that are like 6 megapixels that people are, taking amazing pictures with. So the main benefit of the 6 to me is, number one, that extra lens that you get. The other benefit that I've definitely seen is the IBIS. It's not like light years better than anything, but you definitely can go with lower shutter speeds and get away with similar images. If I get a chance, I will test the sharpness between the V and the 6 based on just using them side by side for several weeks now. I feel like the 6 is sharper. I do. I don't see significant noise, and maybe Fuji's fooling me with their nice grain or their ISO noise, whatever. But I see the noise, but what I notice about the 6 is I'm still seeing good sharpness and detail in letters or the fine details of whatever I'm taking an image of. I do a lot of just testing shots on candles and bananas and barcodes to see how things perform. One thing that I thought about that may be an issue, and I've made a video about this as well, when it comes to the 6, is I've said before, the first thing you do with any Fuji camera when you buy it, let's see if I can go here, go to the Q menu, and you go where it says noise reduction. Let's see if this will focus. Set it to -4. You need to effectively turn off noise reduction on any Fuji camera that you own. And why would you do that? The reason you do that is the noise reduction has a smearing effect. That smearing can affect sharpness, and it just really doesn't look good. There's something about noise reduction from Fuji that is just borderline gross. The noise you will get from a higher ISO from turning off noise reduction, or just the same ISO, not correcting for that noise, the noise looks better than the correction, in my opinion, and many people's opinion. If you look at any recipe from Fuji X Weekly, every single one of them has noise reduction at -4, -3, whatever the maximum noise reduction is. So there's part of me that's wondering if you've got people out there who took the V with a -4 noise reduction on and then grabbed a brand new out of the box 6, left noise reduction on, and compared images. And I would be willing to bet that especially anything over 1,000 ISO, that it would have an impact. That noise reduction, if used on the 6, would have an absolute impact on the sharpness or the detail of the images. So that's kind of it. I will say that this guy is up for sale. It's my second one that I've tried. I'm not gonna lie, I love the camera. I tried the 26mm lens 2.8. It is an amazing lens. If you were shooting the Nikon Z system, especially with the ZF, the 40 is good. Remember, the 40 is good under, say, f3.2. It gets amazing, actually. It gets really good at f4 and above, to say f8. The 26 2.8 is really good, and it's good out of the gate. The 26 2.8, more expensive lens, is a better street lens, in my opinion, for the ZF. My issue with the ZF is I love it. If I could have unlimited cameras, I would keep it, but I am on a budget, and I don't know if you can see this. Will they focus? Here. and here. Let's see if I can back up. But I mean, this thing is massive. Like, I'm over here flexing holding this thing, whereas this is just so much easier to hold. Wish I could get them both in the image. You can't really see. So the ZF is for sale. It's an amazing camera. It's just big. And the one thing I notice is I have this. I'm shooting the A7C2 is filming this. That camera is magical. People say the Sony colors are bad. They're not on that. The AF is as good as it gets. If I'm taking pictures of my kids, it's just ding, 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 ding. You don't even have to look to see if things are in focus. They're in focus. But the kids notice when the C2 is in their face. And they notice when this thing gets in their face. Like it's a big honking camera in their face. Nobody notices this. I've made videos about this before. It's the little Ninja camera. Come on and focus on it versus me. The X100 line is a Ninja Swiss Army camera. Let's see if I can do this here. Let's see if you can hear the sound. Actually, I'll put it over here. Did I take a picture? Let's see if it'll do it. Get the little step off. That was a picture. That was a picture. Now let's go to the ZF. Hopefully there's a card in here or something. I can even see that on the sound thing. It's a louder camera. Again, if I could keep tons of cameras, I would keep it because it's beautiful, it's fun, it's chunky, it's beefy, it's amazing. Has great dynamic range, takes some of the best black and white, in my opinion. The black and white out of this thing is absolutely amazing. Hell, I'd keep it for just the black and white if I could afford it, but I can't. But I just, for my second camera, for my like fun camera, no one, the family, they just don't notice. They don't notice this thing when it's taking pictures of them. So that's it. The only thing I wanted to say today is talking about the resolution of the 6 and how I had actually sold the 6 because I bought into the hype of that, you know, that lens just couldn't handle the sensor. And maybe there's science out there that backs it up. I think there's actually science. Somebody, I'd have to find a link, but I read this report by a guy and he did a lot of photos, a lot of testing. He's like, I'm not seeing that the 6 lens can't handle the sensor. And I agree. Like, I've taken so many images and I love them. So again, main benefit being, you know, an extra lens. I don't think that you're losing any detail resolution from the 5. You can't go wrong with either. Obviously, you can get the 5 now used for about anywhere from $1,300 to $1,500. You can pick the 6 up anywhere from $1,700 to $2,000, you know, depending on where you look. So hopefully that helps. I'll try to make more videos. If you have any questions, I'm happy to answer them. And that's it. Have a good one.